Ta 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 ta. Ave to you all. As I had the request of some of you to give you my history lessons in English, to be present for a bigger audience, here is my humble first try. Today, I would like to tell you the epic battle of Alesia. Alesia is the battle that ends the Gallic War that is taking place for about now 8 years. It's 52 before Christ. Contracts have been broken on both sides. It has been slaughter, mutiny, tribes getting ambushed, legionaries dead. To say after that time, everyone is really tired and everyone wants to go home and to finish this. We are now facing a situation that Vercingetorix, the prince of the Arverni, who is leading the revolt against Caesar, escapes with his force to Alesia. Alesia is a town on a hill with a good fortification. There he takes refuge with his 80,000 warriors. Caesar follows him. He has also an army of 10 legion and a cavalry of Germanic auxiliary troops. His size is also about 80,000. When Caesar arrives there at Alesia and he looks at the city at the top, he noticed the fortifications and knows it was impossible to win this by force. So they start a siege. In less than 3 weeks, these Roman legions built a fortification around the whole city, 10 miles long, 15 kilometers, with a high wall, with two benches before with water filled with traps to make the assaults of the Gauls very difficult. They have a turret every 25 meters, three times high, with artillery on top. So you have about 1,000 turrets, which are 2 big camps for the legions and 25 little castles built into this wall, stretching for 15 kilometers. And not only that one, they are building a second wall for the outside to be safe from counterattacks from any other Gaul army. The legionaries need less than 3 weeks to get this thing fulfilled. They are not only soldiers, they are also builders, they are teachers. They know that it's a jack of all trades. They can do anything and are highly proficient on that one. Vercingetorix sees the danger of getting encircled and entrapped. And about shortly before the Romans finish the walls, in the middle of the night, he sends away his cavalry to get aiding forces from other tribes, from other Gaul tribes. First of all, this saves him food inside the wall where he cannot fight with the cavalry, and second, he has the ability of getting help from outside. In the meanwhile, while the Gauls are waiting to get replaced by an auxiliary army, there happens a big tragedy. Vercingetorix comes to the means that he has not enough food for everyone in the town. So he opens the gates and sends out all the women and all the children. They walk up to the Roman fortification and ask to get through. The Romans have to deny it. It's impossible. It's about 250,000 persons. They could rally with the other army. They have information about the fortification. It is simply not possible. So Caesar sends them back. They return to the gates of Alesia, and Vercingetorix, the Gauls themselves, they do not open the gates. And in this no one's country, in this land between the walls of Alesia and the Roman fortification, these normal people, the persons there, women, kids, elder, they die of hunger between the two armies. I don't know if this was very clever from Vercingetorix because it stressed the morale of his troops a lot. We're speaking about the first days of October, the extra army, and we're speaking about 250,000 Gauls, are reaching the walls of the Roman fortification to free Vercingetorix and his men. And then we have the first battle. It's outside the walls. It's a cavalry battle between the Gauls and the Germanic auxiliary troops of Caesar. The Gauls are more, but the Germanic are better. No one has the upper part in the whole battle. And after a long day, at the end, there is a clever move, a tactical move of Caesar to outflank one side with the Germanics, and they succeed in driving the troops back. So the Gauls, they are driven back into their camp, and the Gauls inside Alesia, who expected to be freed, suffer the first defeat from this one. The next battle is taking part a night after. In the middle of the night, with no rumor, with no drums, with no horns, in the middle of the night, Vercingetorix attacks from inside the Roman fortifications, trying to break free on the other side. So at the beginning it's a lot of confusion. It's in the middle of the dark. It's like the Battle of Winterfell in Game of Thrones. It's a lot of hack and slay and no one sees anything. So it's a plenty of casualties on both sides. Dead Romans, dead Gauls, but the Gauls, they don't succeed in breaking the walls and they're driven back into their fortress again. And now we come to the final clash. Everyone knows this will decide the whole campaign of Gaul. The 250,000 Gaul army attacks on two sides the Roman fortification from the outside, gaining a local superiority of fighting forces in the parts where they attack. At the same time, from the inside, Vercingetorix attacks with his force. So the Romans see themselves attacked on three different points from an enemy who has a big advantage in mankind, in numbers. But they succeed in not having them break the walls. The most crucial part is in the south, where the Gauls seem really to break through the walls and they get into the Roman campaign. So Caesar sends reinforcements there. He sends Titus Labienus with half a legion. They succeed in improving the situation, but it doesn't change a lot. Both armies are really under stress, and it seems that the Gauls could breach a gap. So Caesar plays his last card. He takes two cohorts and what is left of the cavalry and makes a loop movement and attacks from behind the Gauls attacking at the walls. The Gauls are completely surprised. They have been expecting in breaching the wall, and they see Caesar himself at their back attacking them. The Roman legionaries, seeing the red cloak of Julius himself, gain new force, new motivation. They drive the Gauls back. The Gauls panic and they lose the battle formation. Well, they are Gauls, so they don't have a big battle formation they can lose, but what they have, they lose. They panic and they run back home. They leave everyone behind, and that's it. That was it. Inside, they return, also in the fortress, and 2 days after, Vercingetorix surrenders himself. He rides down to Caesar in his best armor, or what is left of his best armor, bows, shows his arms to his feet, shows his armor to his feet, and he's taken away by the guards. That's it. That was the Battle of Alesia that turned, finally, Gaul into a Roman province. I hope you liked it, and if you liked it, stay tuned with more Caesar to come. Cheers.